Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Dirty South Podcast. Long time no see, man. We in season 2 now. We apologize for the long wait. We had to get some shit straightened down all the way up until this very moment here. It took 5 months and every second was needed. We back in this bitch and we on video now, so y'all can
Yes,
see what the fuck going
Sirski.
on for real.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves, man. I know y'all see some new faces in here. Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Go ahead,
I
Zach.
guess I'll go first. I'm the newest member, man. I'm Zach, two-tone Zach, man. I know a little something about college football, so be here on the podcast, talking a little shit, man, talking a little sports, get
See,
live in this bit.
You
this
already
nigga lying,
know.
bro. This nigga's a college football expert, bro. Like, I promise you, I probably ain't met a nigga more in depth with college football than this nigga right here, bro. So I'm telling you, he finna cook on this shit. And y'all already know the recurring co-star of the fucking Dirty South podcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy.
It's your boy Wicc, man. Man of the year, man. I'm back in this bitch. Season 2. We finna get lit. Let's do it.
Hey, that boy Wicc Santana, boy. Hey, he's an artist. He's a sports expert. Hey, you name
Expert
it,
is a
he do it,
stretch.
bro.
Y'all
hey,
need to be having stats and shit. I just be watching, bro.
hey, he he bring the entertainment value. That's for sure, bro. He's an entertainer. You know, he gonna keep y'all. He gonna keep y'all in this shit for real. You know, but the second y'all think about leaving this shit, he gonna be the reason y'all come right back in it.
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
hey, man, it's been a long while, but hey, here we are. We're back, and hey, we got some shit to talk about, man. College football been crazy this past week. College football rankings are out. College football playoff rankings are out. Um, Here we are, week 10, going into week 11. Yes, I'm sorry it took that long, but
It's finna end soon, bro. Football's about to end soon, bro.
The
yeah,
saddest part of the year, man.
Like, as fast as it fucking started, bro. Now we gotta do XFL content.
like we did last year.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Hey, that
was
shit
cooking
was
on that
fun, though. That shit
XFL
was lit,
shit.
though.
That shit was lit. We were cooking on there, but we got so far week 10, the rankings in week 10 basically went Ohio State number 1, Georgia number 2, Michigan 3, Florida State at 4. So we're just gonna run through the top 4 real quick. Ohio State beat Rutgers 35-16.
Still
Um,
scared shitless. Ohio State was
they're
scared shitless.
shitless. So
Hey, them
these
boys got the win, man. That's all.
Bro,
That's all that matters, man.
upset
A
alert.
20-point win at that on the road
No,
against the
bro.
bowl eligible Rutgers team, man. A lot of people were saying upset, 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 but we smacked that ass 20 points. Can't be more happier than that, man. Go
see,
Bucks, man.
I ain't gonna
in
lie,
case y'all
bro.
in case y'all ain't know, bro, that boy Zach is a Ohio State fan. I'm a Georgia fan. Wick is a Mississippi State fan. He rooting for the wrong fucking Bulldogs.
Cowbells.
So,
Bro, what even is your mascot? What is that? They got a fucking muffin as y'all mascot. It's like,
Hey,
what are
don't
you
ever
talking
call
about?
Brutus a muffin again, bro. That is a
bro, he's
Brutus,
a
Brutus
Buckeye
nut,
the
nut.
bro.
muffin.
He's a
That's a
nut.
Buckeye nut only
Pause.
found in Ohio State, man. In the state of Ohio, man.
So your shit gay.
No, it's not. Man, don't diss Brutus like that, man.
Shit, man. Fuck. But anyway, man.
Yeah, Brutus K, bro.
That game against Rutgers was a fucking struggle, to say the least. The struggle bus was on to start off. Um, I remember me and Zach, bro, we in the DMs talking our shit, and I'm like, and I remember just Thursday. It was Thursday, Friday, leading up to that game. I'm talking about some. Oh yeah, y'all gonna get y'all ass kicked. I was like, just joking around. I was like, hey, y'all better watch out for Rutgers, bro. They fuck around and beat y'all. And it's halftime, and Rutgers is in the lead. I think it's like 10-9 at halftime. And I'm
Nah, they had more than that.
No,
I
it
think,
was like 9-7 at halftime.
yeah, something like
nah,
that.
somebody had like, oh, that was Ohio State. They ended up getting, what, 16 or some shit like that? They ended up scoring?
Rutgers ended up scoring. They ended the game with 16. The game ended 16 to
Yeah, it was
35.
Yeah.
35-16. And I'm talking to Zach. I'm like, hey, man. Because I had to take my shot while I could. Bro, it's halftime. I hear those Zach. I'm like, hey, bro. It ain't looking too good for you. I know you scared shitless right now, boy.
Shitless.
And I was like, hey, But then, Zach, he was like, he was low key getting paranoid. He was like, bro, we might fucking lose, bro. Like, yo, this shit might be over, bro.
He
Like,
might not have been on the podcast, bro.
Michigan
I ain't
about
gonna
to
lie.
rail us. Like, yeah, bro, he went that far.
I
And
was going
then,
that far.
and I was like, bro, in all reality, though, this is Rutgers. Y'all are pick six away from taking over the game, and it's wraps from there. And sure enough, as I say that, pick six, Rutgers runs away. I mean, Ohio State runs away with it. And, like, hey, they end up getting that dub, bro.
End
So,
up getting that dub, man.
Ohio State is the Miami Dolphins of college football, bro. They frauds, bro. It's not real. Everything they
Unproven.
be showing you is not real.
Unproven, man. Unproven, man. We got a win against the number 9 team when they ranked 20 now, and then we got a win against number 7
Exactly.
Penn State, ranked number 9 now. So, hey,
all right.
man, we just gonna keep winning and keep chopping, man.
All right, now
What
let's
you
get to
think?
the real number one team in the country. For some reason, number two Georgia Bulldogs beat Missouri, who was ranked number 12, 30-21. It was a battle in Athens. Let's be real. Okay, after this game, I would say Georgia should definitely have been the number one team in the country. Of course, I'm going to think they should have been number one all along, but after this, they should have been the number one team in the country for sure. Um, they beat a top 15 team. Um, the team Ohio State plays. So Ohio State's resume, because it's all based off resume. Ohio State's resume was they beat Penn State, they beat Notre Dame. Okay, Notre Dame has lost 2 games and got blown out by a piss poor Clemson team. All right after that. So was Notre Dame really that good?
No.
And
I mean,
Georgia does have 2 ranked wins. Like I said, I count it as a ranked win. I just don't count Notre Dame as a key win because there is a difference. Just because you rank don't mean it's a key win.
for
But
God's sake, though, we beat them while they were 4-0 on the
Barely.
road.
Barely.
Like, that's a key win. That's a great win for me. You want to
yeah,
talk about a scared shitless Zach? Oh, you should have been texting me when it was about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of that Notre Dame game. That was a scared shitless Zach. And we won.
y'all played
Number
a
one team.
team. Y'all played a team of navy blue choke artists, bro. Navy
Number
blue
one
and
team in the
gold choke.
country, man. You Georgia boys is going to have to deal with it because it's going to be like that deep into next fall.
So
No.
anyway,
No.
I did like Georgia not finna just like we already got to play Ole Miss coming up, and once we beat Ole Miss, beat Tennessee, we have Georgia Tech left. So you looking at the second best team in Atlanta that we about to play against, and like like Georgia Tech is dead at like the second best team in the city of Atlanta, bro. Like ain't nobody worried about them. And then
Who the fuck gives a fuck about Georgia State?
yeah, but Georgia
Georgia
State
State's
whooping some
not.
ass. Georgia State was whooping some ass. I know Georgia Southern clapped them, but hey, they was
Yeah.
whooping some ass. But that was that. Number 3, Michigan. They played another basketball school and beat Purdue 41-13. I guess Purdue needed Zach Edey out there to help them out. Hell, I don't know.
Zach Edey is crazy.
Yes, like bro. Unfortunately, like they playing teams focused on rebounds instead of touchdowns. So
Yeah.
we ain't nobody
Hey,
worried about
man.
Michigan that bullshit schedule. But
So
trust
all my
me, we
Michigan
will get
fans
back
out
to
there,
Michigan in
yeah. Hell
we
to the
will
cheaters,
definitely.
though, for all my Michigan fans, man. I love y'all boys, man.
But
Yeah.
Florida State beat Pitt 24-7. That was kind of a struggle right there.
I did not watch that shit.
You want to talk
Washington,
about fraudulent.
yeah. I think Florida State's good, but I don't think I don't think
Y'all
they are that
fraudulent too?
now.
What the fuck?
If you want to talk about fraudulent, I mean, you can go to the definition of it right now. A big ass Seminole emblem is what has to pop up. Most fraudulent team in America, man. I can't wait for them to play Louisville in the AC championship and
Louisville gonna whoop that
lose.
ass.
That might that might be something right there. I ain't gonna
Louisville
lie.
gonna whoop that
Hey,
That might be a
ass.
hey, fun
spectacle.
fun fact, for the podcast, man. I told Nick before the season started that Louisville was gonna get to this point.
Nah,
Swear on everything I love. I told him he didn't want to believe it,
I
but
did
it's in
not
the
believe that
flesh now.
shit.
It's in the flesh now.
I did not believe that
Yeah,
shit.
where did this come from? Like them niggas just woke up one day and just was good.
Transfer portal and NIL. You could buy a damn dream team now.
Shit,
Oh shit,
State need to go buy a dream team. Goddamn, need to get
if that
Stetson
bread,
Bennett out of college retirement.
if that bread right, man.
shit, man. Um, in biggest shootout of the weekend, number 5, Washington beats USC 52-42 in a game where a total of 3 tackles were made from first quarter to fourth quarter. Um, a total of 94 points scored amongst the two schools. Um, Lincoln Riley ends up firing his defensive coordinator right after the game, and I'm sitting here wondering what the fuck took so long, because this wasn't your first time giving up 42 points or 50 plus. This is not your first time doing that. You just got lucky that you have a good enough offense, but
Not his first time doing it with this school or this defensive coordinator.
exactly. Like my biggest thing with football is
Yeah,
like,
that
okay,
shit's nuts.
people nowadays in football try to be like, okay, offense is just the new hot shit. We're only gonna focus on that. You still got to tackle some people, because at the end of the day, you can score 40 points, 40, 50 points all you want to. You can score 50 points in a game, but if you give up 51, you fucking lose.
Oh
So
yeah.
you
Oh
got to
yeah.
you got to invest in some type of defense, bro. So
Definitely.
that's that's
I
that.
take
And
back my statement from earlier. USC is the Dolphins of college football. Y'all are the Bills.
The Bills, come on now. At
Y'all
least
are the
we got a
Bills.
championship to show for our shit. The Bills don't.
Nah,
None of
man.
us were alive when the Bills won their last Super Bowl.
When was
All of
that?
us were well and alive the last
Yeah.
time Ohio State won one.
When did the Bills ever win a Super Bowl?
I'm
The
about to say the
Bills,
Bills never won a Super Bowl.
yeah, the
Oh, the
Bills never
Bills, the
won one.
Bills never won a Super Bowl. See
They
what I'm
went
saying?
4 in a row and choked. I mean,
That's
Meanwhile,
that's
my
nuts, bro.
Buckeyes got 2 in the last 20 years. The only school from the northern part of the map that could say that.
okay. I was going to say I was just making sure you knew your place right there. I was just
Yeah,
I know my place. I know my place when it comes to the broad map of the shit. I'm just saying, man.
y'all the Bills
Hey,
though, bro.
because I know y'all
Y'all are so good until you not.
I'm
we'll
about to
That's
see,
say
all it
man.
is. Y'all
We'll
are
see,
so good
man.
until
Big
y'all
big
not.
game coming up in a couple weeks. We'll see, man.
If y'all lose to Michigan, I can't wait for that shit.
I'm not coming on the podcast if we lose to
oh,
Michigan, man. I'm
you
taking a
Oh,
break.
reserving
hold
your
on,
oh,
wait a minute.
you
I got
reserving
something
your ass
because
right.
last year Nick did not believe that Brock Purdy would be at this point in his career.
Mm.
So I really believe that you should still wear the Glock Purdy shirt. But we'll get to that.
I'm about to
He
say we gotta
falling
go.
off right now. He falling off right now,
I'm
but
about to say
he
we gotta go back and get the recording from that. Play that shit on here and be like, because we made a whole bet and everything that one episode,
bro,
bro.
if
But
Brock Purdy wouldn't have got hurt, he could have went to the Super Bowl, bro. And he would have had to wear a shirt that said Glock Purdy.
Wow. I would
yes,
have loved, as a Niners fan, I would have loved seeing that.
that would have actually been the case, and I would not have liked that one bit. But Oregon, we already know the big controversy here. The 6, 7, 8 position. Oregon kills Cal 63-19. Number 7 Texas beats number 23 Kansas State overtime 33-30, and number 8 Alabama beats number 14 LSU 42-28. The
Trash
big
game.
controversy comes with Oregon being at number 6, and this is coming into week 11. So week 11, I'm just going to read out the top 10. Number 1 Ohio State, number 2 Georgia, number 3 Michigan, number 4 Florida State, number 5 Washington, number 6 Oregon, 7 Texas, Bama 8, Ole Miss 9, and Penn State 10. So the big controversy becomes the 6, 7, 8 position. Oregon is above Texas and Alabama. Texas obviously would be and should be above Alabama, so that's the only part that's correct. The only problem is Oregon should not be above both of them. As I've already said, Oregon, okay, best win is Utah, because they
Right.
want to use resume for the whole top 4. They want to use a resume for each part of the college football, like the playoff poll, but they want to use it in one part and not use it in another. So they want to use eye test here for some reason instead of resume.
Resume, yeah.
Yeah, that shit
But
don't make no
And I
you,
mean,
sense.
when you look at the eye test, Oregon has been dominant. They've actually been the most dominant team in that conference. but their resume does not match up. And if that's what we're using, I'm sorry, but I have to put them at number 10. I don't even think they could be in the top 9 because Ole Miss has a better resume than them.
Yeah, because you got Oregon's best win is Utah, and then their second best win is 4-5 Colorado. Oregon only has one win against teams with winning records. Texas has 5 wins against teams with winning records, and Bama has 4. I
Also,
mean,
like,
No,
where is this
yeah,
shit?
no way
Where
in
is this
hell they should
adding
be
up?
number 6.
yeah.
Where is this adding up? It definitely should go Texas at 6, Bama at 7, Oregon at 8, and then do what the hell you want with Ole Miss and Penn State. Um, but yeah, that's pretty raunchy. A pretty raunchy way to go through the schedule there. The Week 10 number 9, Oklahoma gets ran through by number 22 Oklahoma State in the final Bedlam game, 27-24. Ollie Gordon goes absolutely crazy. That man should probably be up for the Heisman. And yeah, that shit is. I'll tell you, that's a good running back right there.
That's a good running back. And may I say,
Oklahoma
man,
State produces a lot of good running backs.
they
They
do.
sure do.
They do. And it doesn't get talked about, but they definitely do. And also, RIP to Bedlam, man. Conference realignment killed that legendary rivalry, even though Oklahoma is so up on the scoreboard, it doesn't make no damn sense. But Oklahoma State, little brother gets the last laugh in this one, man. RIP Bedlam. Hopefully they bring it back soon, man. Hopefully we don't go 5-10
Oklahoma's
years
not ready
without
for
seeing
that shit,
Bedlam.
bro. Oklahoma
What?
nor Texas is ready for that
Not ready
SEC
for the
shit, bro.
SEC.
They're not ready for
They,
that shit, bro.
and people want to say, well, Texas beat Alabama. People want to say that Texas beat Alabama. All right, here's the thing with the SEC schedule. You can beat one team one week and then the next team you play, even though on paper they look like they're not that good, they will beat shit out of you.
Right.
That's always a recurring thing at SEC. And of course, you got that one team or two teams that are just absolutely dominant, whether it's Georgia or Alabama or LSU or Florida. You know, of course, LSU or Florida, that's sort of like, alternating every other year or so. But that's the whole thing with the conference of the SEC. It is a violent conference. You never know who's going to beat who because it's just so competitive.
Big
But
10 better, man. We doing this shit in 10
Man, you
degree weather.
smoking
Come
crack,
get at
boy.
me.
man, get your
Come get
basketball
at
ass
me.
You
We
off
doing
smoking
this shit
crack,
in
nigga.
10 degree weather. Fuck that, man. We doing this shit in 10 degree weather,
We
We
in
man.
the
still
South.
produce
Great
weak ass
defense
football.
getting
Hey, we
played.
Yo, y'all produce
Hey,
the
man,
worst
Big
football,
10
bro.
better, man.
Big
Big
hold
10
on.
Ten
better,
produces
Do
the
we
man.
need to
worst
bring up that
football.
graphic? Do we need to bring up the
And
graphic
I'm gonna say
of
this
national
too.
championships in the past 20 years? Do we need to bring that up? There's a big ass
Ohio
circle.
6A is better than Georgia 7A. No
Nigga,
bullshit. No bullshit. We do it different. We do it different up there, man. We do it
you
different
played
up
Georgia
there.
7A. You literally played in Georgia 7A. What are you talking about? All right. You know good and damn well that nobody from Ohio
Ah,
is coming down to Georgia 7A to
ah.
fucking
I
survive,
did.
bro.
I did play in
You're not
Georgia
playing Buford.
7A.
You're not beating Buford. You're not beating Grayson. You're not beating Parkview. You're not putting Norcross on there. You're not putting yeah. You're
It's
not
some,
running.
hold on. It's some
Is Mill Creek
teams.
7A?
Mill Creek is 7A. I
Yeah,
forgot about Mill
Mill
Creek.
Creek
it's
be
some
going they
teams
going crazy
in that
now.
You got
Ohio
Carrollton,
6A.
Coke. Oh, let's not even get the South Georgia motherfuckers. Let's not forget Coker County, Lowndes, Valdosta. Yeah.
You got
You're
some
not.
motherfuckers in that Ohio 6A who will come down here and whoop some ass now.
Yeah, players. I ain't talking about teams.
Oh, you talking
Ain't
about players.
yeah,
Like
y'all
individual
got
players.
individual players. Yeah, you got some individual players, but overall,
I want you. I wish we could check the stats so y'all could look and see where most of these SEC teams is getting them boys in the trenches from.
Georgia.
They
They
get
getting them
they
from
getting them
Georgia.
from that Midwest region. That
They
that
getting them
that
from
that
here.
that Wisconsin, that Ohio, that Michigan region. That's where them boys is coming from. I kid you not.
They're
I
getting them from
bullshit you
Georgia.
not. I
They're getting them
bullshit you
from
not.
they getting them from Georgia, and most of them are likely from Gwinnett County, bro. I'm not even gonna bullshit you, but you know better. Cause you play Georgia 7 day, you playing a 4 or 5 star nigga every fucking week, bro.
That's a
You
fact.
playing a nigga that you know is going to the league every week.
That's a
Hell,
fact.
we could look at the NFL and not only just look at the state of Georgia, we could just look at Gwinnett County. But
That's
you
a
know,
fact.
that's a
We
bit.
digress though. Dirty South fans, we digress, man.
We digress.
I'm not from Georgia. I have no say so. I know Mississippi football not fucking with neither one of them, so it don't even matter.
Fair enough, man.
Fair enough. But hey, I find this one graphic here, and it's basically the Heisman odds according to FanDuel,
Mm.
and it goes as follows. Bo Nix at number one.
Okay.
He's like these are just betting odds that FanDuel has. Bo Nix at number one, Michael Penix at number two, Jordan Travis at number three, Carson Beck at number four, and Marvin Harrison at number five. I'll bring that up because it's the Heisman, so the conversation's already being had. We both have a dog in the fight. Me and Zach do. And there was a guy in the comment. I actually got into a little bit of a battle in the comment section, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know this nigga didn't delete my comment. Okay. All right, I found it. So the guy was like, okay, basically saying that Carson Beck should not be listed on here at all.
Right.
The Georgia quarterback. And I was like, okay, it's actually not that crazy that he's listed on there. Because he's top 10 in passing yards in the country. He's top 10 in completion percentage. He averages 325 yards a game. Does it in a conference where people can fucking tackle. It's not the Pac-12 where, you're almost guaranteed to throw for 250 or 300 because niggas can't cover or tackle out west. So it's actually not that crazy when you think about it. But I do believe Ollie Gordon should be definitely on there.
He should definitely be on there the season he's having. And it's not to make a case for any guy on there, but if we're talking betting, right? And you look at that list, I gotta go and say if I'm putting money on anybody, it either has to be Bo Nix or Marvin Harrison for the sole reason that those two guys will probably have two of the most viewed games of the year, and they're gonna get that Heisman stage. And when Oregon and Washington have their inevitable Pac-12 championship rematch, that's going to be a Heisman stage. And then when Michigan plays Ohio State, that's going to be a Heisman stage. So if I'm betting, I got to put my money on one of those two guys. Whoever you think will perform better.
Well, I throw Michael Penix up there too. Because
Yeah, you got
I actually misread it. It was Bo Nix and Michael Penix. They were both tied for first.
okay.
So, yeah, Michael Penix, I can definitely see him possibly winning it, especially with the season Washington's having, undefeated, 5-0.
Right,
You're
phenomenal
out
season.
dueling a lot of these high-powered Pac-12 offenses. If they could sneak their way into the playoff, which is definitely a possibility, especially considering that Ohio State and Michigan are playing each other, and 1 versus 3, or however that ends up shaking out after this week. There's really no telling what can happen with Washington making it. Yeah, it's gonna be a sight to see. It's definitely gonna be a sight to see. But
Definitely.
Ollie Gordon, the one thing I think they're gonna hold against him is the South Alabama game because Oklahoma State got blown out. I believe it was like, let me look.
33-7 or 6, I believe.
Yeah, they got to be 33-6 by South Alabama. Not Alabama,
I mean,
South.
South Alabama's been. Well, no, that's South Florida that played a good game
And
against
Ollie Gordon got held
Alabama.
with 12 yards total the whole game. So there is no telling. They may hold that against them.
They'll definitely hold that against him. He probably won't make it to New York. But he's a good running back, though, man. Definitely a top 3 running back in the country this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But yeah, we're gonna have to see as the weeks play out. At number 10, Oklahoma. I mean, at number 10, not Oklahoma. Ole Miss beats Texas A&M 30-35, and that sets up a big battle.
Game of the year.
Arguably was going to be the game of the year. Number 2 Georgia playing the now number 9 Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
The game is in Athens at night. And we all know shit gets hectic, shit get nasty in Athens
Belts
at
and
night.
ass.
And it gets nasty for one team and one team only. And it's going to be a bad day for Ole Miss. I'm just saying.
Ole Miss finna get did the worst way. And it's unfortunate because you want to see another team succeed, like just for that underdog factor. them niggas suck, bro. They finna get like destroyed. You couldn't like run away against Texas A&M. You're not running away against Georgia
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
Athens tonight.
we're talking about an Ole Miss team who's getting pushed to the brink every week by low-level
every
SEC teams.
week.
There's no way in hell they're going to win this game, especially not at night in Athens, because them Georgia Bulldogs, let me tell y'all, they turn into the fucking Monstars from Space Jam whenever they play in that stadium at night. Nothing's going to
Yep.
change this week.
Yep. And we got another big game coming up and we can use this as a segue right here. But we got another big game between the University of Michigan, and Penn State University. The game is in
Penn
Penn
State
State.
University, man. This is the Scandal Bowl, baby.
And here's the thing. Let's go ahead and just make a quick jump into the scandal. There's been, obviously, if you follow any type of college football, there's been a major cheating scandal with Michigan stealing signs. And it has been announced as of today. Zach, just go ahead and take it away because I know you know way more about it than I do at the moment. So.
Man, as of 3:35 p.m. today, it was officially announced that Jim Harbaugh will serve a suspension throughout the rest of the regular season. If Michigan makes it to the playoffs, he will be able to return for that, but that won't fucking happen at all, actually.
Shit's
But
over, bro.
Harbaugh suspended. A couple extra details on that. He can still coach them throughout the week, but he can't be anywhere near the stadium during game day, and they can't file for an appeal, but they can file for a court injunction, which I guess would give them some time that he could at least play or at least coach this week. I don't know how that's going to work, especially with today being a holiday, Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans. So I don't know how that court shit's going to work, but we'll see over the next 24 hours, though. It's going to be interesting.
Interesting indeed. And then I sent Zach something earlier. So basically, in response to all of this, a tweet has gone out from Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy, and it goes pretty simple. Bet. He says bet. And this is from T&D Takeover. Shout out to T&D Takeover. He does
No
pretty
shout out to him, man.
just playing. Fuck him. I'm not going out.
Fuck TND. Here on Dirty South, TND gets no fucking love.
Who the fuck is TND?
Caden.
So he's basically like a guy on Instagram. He basically like posts stuff about college football. He basically covers all the news and shit. It's a little opinionated, a little biased, but
He dick eats
it's
a
fun
couple of certain teams.
He says in the caption,
I don't want
I
no
don't think
beef.
Michigan is losing tomorrow. I don't have a problem with TND. I actually don't. But at the end of the day, no free advertising, and I don't think he really needs advertising from us. Not gonna lie, but he says I don't think Michigan is losing tomorrow. Based off of that, I don't think Michigan was gonna lose anyway because Penn State has a tendency to choke these big home games. White out this, white out that, white out my ass. It ain't happening. Like they blow it every time.
It's different this year. I
It's
really
gonna be
feel like
different.
they got
Penn State's gonna
a
win,
chance. They're gonna win. And another thing, James Franklin does not lose to Harbaugh. That's one thing I think he's done twice in his Penn State career. In his 10-year career at Penn State, I think he's lost to Harbaugh twice, maybe 3 times. But this is the biggest game of his career. Throw that Ohio State game out of the window. This game is going to be the one that alters his perception, not just to us, but to Penn State fans. I've talked to multiple Penn State fans this week, like on Instagram and Twitter, and they said if he can't pull this one off, they're washing their hands with him.
Damn. Well, against top 10 teams, James Franklin has a career record of 3-20.
Damn.
He does not do well against top 10 teams, whether it be home or away. But it's definitely gonna get real interesting this week. Definitely can't wait to see. But moving on to the NFL this past week, the Dolphins, they beat the Chiefs 21-14.
You did this last time, and you're doing it again. The
Doing it
Chiefs
again.
beat the Dolphins.
My boy Nick got the notes mixed up, man.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is our second recording. This is our second taping of this exact episode. The first episode, the audio went out, but the video played fine. So Had to switch it up a little bit on a different app, and I fucked up on the last one the same way I'm fucking up on this one. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 21-14. I keep I'm just fucking stupid, but hey, they beat them 21-14 in Germany. Travis Kelce has a piss poor game, and a pick six basically wins the game for the Chiefs. The Dolphins are fraudulent.
Oh,
As,
biggest frauds ever.
Fraudulent. And a note for you guys for the Dolphins. 0-3 against teams above 500.
yes,
Niggas is
man,
trash.
they have not done well against good teams at all. Um, Overall, man, the fact that the Chiefs played as poorly as they did and still came out with the win, um, definitely a
That
testament
defense. That's a
to how
championship defense.
yeah, it's definitely a testament to how it has gone downhill for the Dolphins. But we're gonna move on. It's been a real shitty week this week for the NFL. The Ravens killed the Seahawks 37-3. Ravens basically shut down Kenneth Walker and shut down the entire Seahawks operation.
Yeah, that whole like any team that's kind of mid that plays the Ravens is null and void because they're going to get blown out by at least 50.
Right.
Mentally 50. Physically 38, but mentally 50.
Man, so yeah, it just gets nasty up there, man. But the Browns beat the Josh Dobbs Cardinals 27-0. Clayton Tune starts his first game, gets killed 27-0. We're
Niggas
gonna get to Josh
awful.
Dobbs in just a second. CJ Stroud blows up, sets a rookie passing record against the Buccaneers.
What a demon.
Texans end up with a 39-37 win in a shootout. Excellent game from CJ Stroud.
Him.
He's him. He's
He's
for
him.
show him. He's
Big
him.
props to CJ Stroud.
I
Balls out.
love CJ. I know he gets mixed reviews from different Ohio State fans. I love CJ, and I appreciate the fact that he's single-handedly. Justin Fields is trying to help him, but right now CJ is single-handedly killing that OSU QB narrative. So, big shout out to number 7 in that Texans uniform,
In
man.
what way is Justin Fields trying to help him with that narrative? Justin Fields is literal garbage. Trust me, I was blinded too, my brother. He's not good at football, bro.
JF1 is a sensitive topic for me, man. Let's switch it up.
But you know he sucked, bro.
Let's switch it
Ain't
up,
nothing
man.
sensitive about it. He's awful, bro.
Let's switch it up, man. What else we got
Yeah.
on the notes, Nick?
But yeah, the Falcons choke against Josh Dobbs. I'm gonna make this a quick rant because we are running out of time a little bit. But overall, bro, as a Falcons fan, the Falcons look like complete dog shit. Defensively, look bad against Josh Dobbs, who literally joined a team last Tuesday and played
Mm-hmm.
that Sunday. Was on the team for 3 days. Didn't know it, hardly do any of the plays. They ran the same 3 plays. We literally knocked their first quarterback of the game. Literally knock him out of the game. All right, we already know about Kirk Cousins being hurt, but this is the second string guy they knock out. Oh, we've seen the lost Wicc.
We lost Wicc, man.
But yeah, man, the Falcons choke. Terrible play calling on the offensive side of the ball. Taylor Heineke or Desmond Ritter, apparently it doesn't matter, but Taylor Heineke did manage to put up 28 points, so we can definitely roll with that. The Eagles outlast the Cowboys in the NFC East battle.
Surprised me because you got the 49ers who a few weeks ago put the smackdown on them boys on national TV, and then a few weeks later you got the Eagles struggling with them. That NFC is going to be real interesting come postseason if everybody's healthy.
Yeah, Eagles definitely they just outlasted the Cowboys. It was a complete it wasn't a complete domination. It wasn't the cleanest game, but the Eagles did end up pulling it out.
They
And
ended
then
up
you
getting the
got
win, man.
Joe Burrow outdoing Josh Allen. He comes back after a slow start in the season. They get a 24-18 win over the Buffalo Bills. And then the Jets, they pissed themselves against the Chargers. Zach Wilson looks terrible. Aaron Rodgers hurts his Achilles, of course, 4 plays into the season, and they have had no answer for it. But the Jets haven't been absolutely horrendous like they normally would be,
Yeah.
but they were definitely terrible in this game against the Chargers, a team with a terrible defense, and you only muster up 6 points.
You
But
could tell that if they had any type of quarterback right now, they would be something.
yeah, they definitely would be. They have defensive talent. They have they gotta get him. I say get him another receiving weapon
Mm-hmm.
because just Garrett Wilson alone, he's doing what he can, but you got to get him another. Got to get another weapon out there. Alan Lazard is not cutting it. Definitely got to get another weapon out
I
there.
honestly thought they were going to trade for Jerry Judy.
I thought they were too, but hey, Jets are gonna jet. But hey,
Jets are going to jet, man.
you know, uh, big props to Wicc for showing up. I know he just got wiped out by technology, so prayers up for Wicc.
Prayers up for
Um,
Wade, man. R.I.P.
uh,
Wade.
but yeah, definitely appreciate you, Zach, for coming on to the show. Um, been a hell of an episode. I know this is take number 2 for season
Yeah.
2. We apologize for the long wait. Um,
Still brought the vibes, man.
we
We
still brought
brought
the
the vibes. That's how you know we got something here, man.
we brought the vibes. I think this is a good start for season 2. We haven't gotten too crazy yet because the biggest thing is just getting an episode out first. We'll get crazy as the shit goes on. But hey, definitely appreciate you showing up. Definitely appreciate Wick for showing up.
Oh, yeah,
If
for
you're an
sure,
up and
man.
coming artist, if you want your song, music featured in the podcast intro or outro, be sure to hit the DMs at the Dirty South Podcast on Instagram. Um, if let's see, um, follow all of our social medias. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is obviously where this is going. Subscribe to our Instagram at the Dirty South Podcast. Follow our TikTok at the Dirty South
Yeah.
Podcast. We posted some shit on there, basically our sports takes, some little ramblings, and hey, we managed to get to 200 followers just posting straight bullshit. And I have barely posted at all on there, so
Yeah, man.
we definitely got
We
something.
we gonna turn it up, man. Y'all gonna see us a lot, man. We gonna try to do like TikTok shorts and all types of stuff, man. We could take this thing to the moon. Dirty
Hey,
South Podcast, man.
hey, we sure can, bro. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all support. Um, hey, big thanks to y'all. We once again apologize for such a long wait. But y'all be sure to check us out on YouTube. Be sure to check us out on TikTok. We're gonna have clips of this everywhere. But big appreciation. Y'all be safe. Stay dirty. Peace out.
Stay dirty, y'all. Man.